Hey everybody, Scott Brannan here from Bismarck, North Dakota. We've had kind of some sketchy internet
Hey,
and
hey,
some
hey.
issues with our microphones and issues with our internet or slideshows the last 3 days. Super cold temperatures up here in Bismarck, North Dakota. So what I'm going to do is I'm actually going to turn off my camera. It seems like that our internet connection for whatever reason seems to be a little bit better there. So wanted to hop on and say hi. Looks like we have a good group. We're going to go ahead and get started. We've got 41 people here. And so welcome to our Thursday night LifeWave Zoom presentation. It's great to see some familiar faces. Give me a thumbs up if you can hear me okay. All right, hi me there. Double thumbs up. We're rocking and rolling. Thanks, Jennifer. Appreciate it. It's great to see everybody. So hopefully you had a chance to invite a few guests on. This is your basic LifeWave overview, right? Nothing about this opportunity is basic. It's absolutely amazing. We're just absolutely, emphatic about what's going on. Excited to hear the miracles that we get every single day in our inbox and the financial breakthroughs as well. So we're going to go through the opportunity. The first question that we always ask everybody of, have you been patched? And I'm going to start by sharing some of our testimonies that we have on this slideshow. But if you've been patched and you've had some positive health benefits, or if you've been doing the business for a little bit, you have a little bit of a financial breakthrough or success, just why don't you go ahead and put in the chat really briefly, something positive that you've experienced from the patches. So this could be something that you've already told us. Maybe you've been in LifeWave for a while. We started LifeWave, my wife, Renita, Brannan, and me on June 27th, 2022. My goodness, I can't believe it's been over 2.5 years. We're having so much fun. So every single day we wake up to a miracle inbox. If you've had some positive health results, please put in the chat what you've experienced, or maybe you've shared the patch with someone over the last week or two and you've got a really quick comment or story about how you help somebody. So have you been patched? It's kind of the simplicity of this message, right? And so I'm going to see if I can just go from the beginning of the slideshow. Here we go. And so serious business opportunity. We just try to have a lot of fun over here too. So all LifeWave products are free from drugs, chemicals, and stimulants. We always remind everybody that LifeWave doesn't claim to treat or cure diseases, right? I feel like there's a silver lining in a lot of the challenges that our country and the world has gone through over the last several years when it comes to both health and finances. Like people are really looking for ways to get stronger, just individually as a family, being accountable, being empowered for our own decisions and being educated. And so you're in a great place because we have this culture here at LifeWave and on our team where we really are supporting each other with success. So absolutely amazing. If you've been on these calls, you've seen this rock star, Pearl Roan. Oh my goodness, this is my wife Renita's mom, Pearl. Just beautiful. We're celebrating her birthday over there with the sombrero, and you can see the big smile on her face. So Pearl was diagnosed with Parkinson's just over 7 years ago. A friend of ours who was a nurse practitioner sent us these LifeWave patches in a plastic baggie. No business card, no brochures, no website. Didn't even tell us what company it was or what the products were. The message was pretty simple. These patches help my neighbor. I think they'll help your mom. So we trusted the person. We put them on the back of Pearl's neck one day. The next night, we took off the patch. The next morning, we put on a new one. To be honest, I think Pearl probably didn't even do that perfectly. I think she probably left a patch on a second or third day by accident. Maybe she wore 2 patches some days. We didn't really know what we had our hands on back then. What we learned on our 11th day with Pearl Roan is that our bodies were designed to have miraculous healing. And even though for years, my wife Renita was traveling the country, literally from Florida to Minneapolis, Rochester, Mayo Clinic, out to Bozeman, Montana for natural solutions and the whole gamut of medical doctors, specialists, experts, right? Telling us that Pearl has all of these symptoms of Parkinson's. There's not much we can do. Here's a list of medication that she needs. We started taking her to classes. And so we kind of just started on this journey with Pearl. But long story short, 11 days in, we get down to Pearl's house, 8:30 in the morning, like we always do. If you know anybody with Parkinson's, it's different than Alzheimer's. Their mind is very sharp. They actually remember things very clearly. And so it's interesting because they're even more frustrated because their body just won't do what their mind is telling it to do. So Pearl's feet would get stuck, her hands would shake. That's kind of the stereotypical Parkinson's. Like you think of like Michael J. Fox and the severe tremors and things like that. So those are some of the symptoms. So every single morning we'd stop down and see Pearl. We'd help her, kind of get out to the kitchen, start her day, make some coffee, make some breakfast. But not this day. On the 11th day, here comes Pearl strolling out of the bedroom with her polka dot pajamas, as Renita tells the story, right? And she looks at her daughter, Renita, my wife, and says, "Nita, do you want some breakfast?" And Renita just about fell over. I mean, she turned around and looked at me and said, "Are you seeing this?" She's like, "Mom, where's your walker?" And she said, "It's in the bedroom." Renita's like, "Why is it in the bedroom?" And she said, "Well, I don't think I need it this morning." And so we've had these periods of kind of advancement when it comes to Pearl's health. Now she still does use a walker most days, but most of the time during the day she's not using a walker. She's happy, she's alert, she's eating, she's independent and strong. And so we love that we can be health advocates for our aging parents. And we love our furry animal friends and family members too. You see big old Nike baby there, and we got Pearl's dog Bella and Bo's dog Honey. So by the way, these patches are great on all mammals, horses, dogs, cats, and all those things, right? But we love that we get to be health advocates for our aging parents. Instead of just coming alongside and agreeing with people being sick, we can say, well, what about this? Did you know you could stimulate your stem cells? And so on the 11th day, when we realized that this patch helped Renita's mom literally just, remove some of the symptoms that she had for years, and happy and strong and becoming independent, Renita said, "Dad, we're going to put this patch on the back of your neck." And Renita's father, Rick, is a Marine, and he was a blue collar worker. He worked at a power plant, and boy, this guy he's kind of a little guy. When you think of Renita, it's kind of a little build, but boy, was he a powerhouse. He was so strong and a little bit mouthy, I mean, he was just super strong. And so you can see the picture on the left. He had these swollen legs and these edemic legs, and they were bleeding and oozing. And I apologize. I mean, this picture is a bit graphic, right? But so here's Rick, this super strong Marine, wants to take care of his wife and kids, and just didn't stop working, his whole life. But he was absolutely beside himself because he couldn't figure out how to get rid of the pressure and the swelling and the oozing and the bleeding in his legs. And if you know Renita, you know how relentless she is. She is like a pit bull. She also likes Pitbull, the musician. So sometimes we'll get a little music going. But she'd do everything in her power to help her father, right? So just like Pearl, going to all these appointments, internal specialists, dermatologists, heart specialists, and all these things. And one of the last doctors that met with Rick said, "Rick, you're just going to have to live with it." And you just don't say that to Marine. That just kind of lit him up and pissed him off a little bit more. Excuse my language there, okay? But we didn't know what else to do to help Renita's dad. And so when it helped Renita's mom in the way that it did, Renita said, "Dad, we're putting this on the back of your neck." He said, "I thought it was for Parkinson's." And Pearl said, "It's stem cells. I know it can't hurt you. There's no medicine in the patch. Nothing's going to counteract with any meds that you're on, Dad. And you have nothing to lose." So put it on in the morning. He said, "Dad, before you go to bed tonight, take that patch off and we'll see you in the morning." Well, the next morning we drive down to see Pearl and Rick. We ring the doorbell. Rick answers the phone in his underwear. And Renita looks down at the legs and oh my gosh, it's the picture on the right. In 24 hours, all of the swelling, I mean, practically all of the swelling and the bleeding and oozing had completely gone away. So Renita posted this picture on Facebook. And she said, we're experiencing miracles. I can't wait for you to learn about this product and for you to learn to stimulate your stem cells. And we had hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of messages. People, all different walks of life. Some people wanting to know if it would help their children with sports performance. People wanted to know if it would help themselves with, losing weight or metabolism or energy or sleep. People that were a little bit older maybe and had some physical challenge, and they said, "Will it help with this? Will it help with that?" Okay, so we're going to kind of get into this a little bit. So Renita vaults out of bed every single morning, but a couple days into this opportunity, I mean, she literally vaults out of bed every morning, to be honest. But this morning she was saying, "Yes, Lord." So as she was getting up, she was saying, "Yes, Lord, yes, Lord," like with enthusiasm, right? And it was pretty early, and I'm a little bit less enthusiastic as Renita in the morning, I'll be honest, But I got out of bed right away too. And I said, what are we saying yes for? Guys, come on, in the house, right? Your wife is on board with something. We want to have unity in the household, right? Happy wife is a happy life, they say. And what are we saying yes to, Renita? And she said, Scott, I'm getting this audible voice like God, like the Holy Spirit is telling me you're stepping into an abundant season of miracles. And I'm like, wow, well, yes, Lord, right? Like we'll totally receive that. We're stepping into an abundant season of miracle. I mean, that's what you pray for, right? To be surrounded by, and witnessing miracles, right, in each other's lives. And so we started to get this inbox. So here's another friend of ours. This gal's name is Penny, and just like her fingers, she's holding up 5. It took 5 days to get these results. And so Penny had suffered with symptoms of kind of the residual of chemotherapy and different cancer drugs. And it had been decades, and she had this kind of psoriasis and cracking and bleeding, different parts of her body with skin. But I think she was telling Renita, really the most difficult part of her day is all the scabbing and bleeding on her hands. She couldn't really open and close her hands, pick up things because they would crack and bleed. She saw Rick's pictures of the legs on Facebook and said, Renita, do you think it'll help me? So when you introduce this to someone, that's the question they're going to ask. Raise your hand if someone's asked you that. Will it help me with this? Right? They're going to say, I have this. Will it help me with that? Right? And so you're going to hear that over and over. And so what Renita said to Penny is, you know what, Penny, I'm not sure. I'm not sure how your body is going to respond to this. There's no medicine in the patch. There's no drugs. I can tell you that it doesn't counteract with any medications that you're currently on, and you have nothing to lose. She said the same thing that she told her dad, Rick. And so Penny started to use the patches. And by the way, Renita said, guess what? You place an order, you're going to get them at a wholesale price, not retail. I'm going to help you save money. And there's a money back guarantee. You literally have absolutely nothing to lose. 5 days later, Penny sends us this picture. Her life has totally changed. Penny's not a salesperson. And she says, Renita, I'm going to tell every single person I know about this patch. That exemplifies our team. Our team is made up of people who just want to help others. Maybe you're looking for a health miracle yourself. Maybe it's for you. Maybe it's for someone in your family, right? Maybe you're looking for athletic performance. It's not just for people that are struggling. This is our son, Bo. Bo is a Division I collegiate track athlete, graduated with a business and, business marketing and entrepreneurship degrees, and ran full-time track. Bo had a miracle breakthrough his first year of LifeWave, which happened to be his senior year in school. He was tested by NCAA 3 separate times. Every single race Bo had, he set a personal record. Him and his relay teams were setting school records, right? They're going to track meets and having this success. The year before and the year before, so for the last 2 years, Bo would get done with track meets. He'd take off his spikes and his feet wouldn't quit bleeding. I mean, he had hip flexor issues. He had back issues. He had quadricep and hamstring and all these different issues. Collegiate athletes, and maybe unfortunately even high school athletes, the protocol to keep them well, to recover and to perform is not healthy. So at North Dakota State University, the athletes were given ice cream buckets full of ibuprofen, 400, 600, 800, 1,200 milligrams of ibuprofen, right? Just wreaking havoc on their kidneys, their liver, their stomach, right? And so we found a way to increase performance, increase strength, increase stamina, and dramatically improve recovery time. And Bo had an absolute miracle breakthrough his senior year. And so this company is changing lives. And it starts with David Schmidt. He's the CEO and the inventor. Very, very special, very unique, you guys, to have the current CEO of a company be the same man who founded and invented the products, right? So we now have over 180 clinical studies and patents. David is the scientist and inventor. If you get around David, if you've listened to David speak, whether it would be in person or on a Zoom, maybe put in the chat, God bless you, David, or go David, right? I mean, this guy is anointed. He has all these patents, and he actually says, I prefer the owner of the patents to be the Holy Spirit, but they wouldn't let me put that on there. So I had to put my name, right? He is so humble. It's very unique in this economy in the 21st century to have a leader talk about his faith so unapologetically, right? And so here you have this beautiful, intelligent, humble man that created a product that's changing the world, right? So it absolutely, absolutely amazing. I just pulled up the chat for the first time. I'm seeing some of the testimonies that you're putting in. Thank you, thank you, thank you for sharing some of your testimonies. In 2008, David switched his focus on LifeWave products and he started to develop this attention to stem cell research. It took him 10 years and $4.5 million to bring the LifeWave X39 patch to market. So here's the United States patent for the X39. This patent is owned by David Schmidt. In fact, off to the right, you can see their inventor, David Schmidt, San Diego, California. You can see the abstract here where it actually says that this patch, this X39, has resulted in the elevating of copper peptides. So a peptide, right? It includes the activation of stem cells. Say stem cells, right? Your own body's stem cells, improving energy, elevating your own body's antioxidant. We're not putting antioxidants into your body. Your body's elevating your own antioxidants. Wow. The reduction of inflammation, the management of pain. We're not putting a pain suppressant in your body so you don't feel pain, but the root cause is still there. Your body's actually managing and reducing pain levels in your body. Your body's doing it for itself. It was stimulated by this patch and by the heat and light in your body. Improvements of stamina, elevation of collagen. Raise your hand if you've heard of collagen and people taking collagen supplements. Who knows that if your body's producing its own collagen, even better than taking a collagen supplement. Your body doesn't have to decide whether or not it's safe, it's effective, is it going to be able to utilize it. Your body is creating it. And so your body knows exactly what to do with these peptides, right? So absolutely, absolutely miraculous product. And so learning that the X39 patch stimulates copper peptides, we were turned on to this book in the very first month of our business. Now, Dr. Lauren Picard is the PhD. Over 50 years ago, he discovered this copper peptide. And so we look at the book, and of course, we've read through the book, but the back of the book, here's what copper peptides can do. And don't be intimidated by new words or terms or medical phrases. I'm a financial advisor. I kind of like numbers. I like analyzing companies and profits and losses. I'm not an expert in health. I'm learning a lot from a lot of you, and especially from my wife, Renita, of course. But a good friend of ours, Dr. Leland Stillman, said, Scott, you know what peptides are. Insulin is a peptide. So raise your hand if you've heard of insulin, right? 50 to 60% of our country's on insulin. That's a peptide. But Dr. Leland Stillman said the peptide that you need to learn about is the GHK-Cu copper peptide. Well, what does it do? Well, the doctor who discovered this peptide says that it tightens loose skin. It repairs protective skin barriers. It improves skin firmness, elasticity, clarity. It reduces fine lines, depth of wrinkles, overall appearance, smooths rough skin. I mean, we're seeing absolutely incredible results with skin. We have this beautiful family, these friends of ours who have a 19-year-old daughter. And when she started the LifeWave patches, her skin was not good. She had some pretty severe, cystic acne. We were just down in their community in the last month, and we did a meeting. And one of the first 3 people to come up and talk about testimonies was this beautiful 19-year-old girl. Her skin was nearly perfect. I mean, she was just glowing. She was smiling from ear to ear. I mean, she was so confident and so happy, right? And so these are the miracles that we're talking about, right? But protecting your body from disease, fighting pain, anxiety, increasing nerve outgrowth, strongly affecting 700 nervous system genes, activating your cells for cleansing, blocking cortisol, right, which is a harmful, kind of hormone in our body that creates inflammation and disease, reducing fibrinogen levels, which is the top predictor of cardiovascular heart disease, repairing DNA, causing the differentiation of unused stem cells, causing adult stem cells to produce more growth factors and increase, suppressing numerous cancer genes, inhibiting cancer cell growth. This is what copper peptides do. This is coming from the doctor who discovered this peptide. So the X39 is backed by science that clinically proves it's about to do, or it's doing what it's advertised to do in your body. So we have double-blind placebo-controlled studies. We have so many doctors taking a look at this. And I got to tell you, there's a lot of really, really good doctors in our country. There really are. We meet with doctors almost on a daily basis from all over the country, sometimes in person, but a lot of times on phone calls and Zoom meetings. They say after taking a look at some of our information, like on our website, that they would have to start sharing these patches because of the testimonies. The testimonies are absolutely overwhelming, overwhelmingly positive. But when they look further into the science, they're shocked to find that these products are completely backed by clinical studies patents, proving that they're safe and they're effective. So here in the New England Journal of Medicine, it actually says the number one indicator of wellness is directly correlated to the number of adult stem cells in the body. Wow. When was the last time you went to your doctor and they said, Ramona, what we're going to do today is we're going to test to see the number of your adult stem cells because we want a real good measurement of your overall health, right? They're not doing that, right? Right, Fred? Right, Laura? Have you guys been to the doctor, Vicky, Angela, and they say, let's test the number of adult stem cells in your body, right? It's just not happening. So, we want to come alongside our current medical system, which is a bit broken. Our current insurance industry, that decides what products are going to cover, which is a bit broken, right? But what we want to do in the meantime, while that's being repaired and fixed and uprooted and do an overhaul on, and we're very optimistic about being able to turn things around in our country and in the world. But in the meantime, we're going to get educated, we're going to get empowered, we're going to get strong, we're going to start making some educated decisions to take care of ourselves and take care of our families. So did you know that a teenager has over 1 billion circulating adult stem cells? Think back to when you were 14, 15, 16 years old and you had an injury or you stayed up too late. The next day, you feel amazing, right? You had a workout the next day, you feel amazing. You probably had back-to-back basketball games, right, Jaime? You play basketball Thursday, Friday, Saturday, no problem, right? No problem at all, right? Your body would just completely recover quickly. And so what happens is as we age, these stem cells start to go dormant. And so already by the age of 30, raise your hand if you think 30 is pretty darn young, right? That's very young. 60% reduction on your stem cells already by age 30. By age 50, I turned 50 this year, 75% reduction of stem cells. Renita's father, who was approaching age 80, Renita would tease him and say, Dad, you had 2 stem cells left. They're wandering around your body trying to find each other. It's no wonder you weren't feeling good, And so, really, it's important to understand that as we age, and even though we need these stem cells more and more as we age, our stem cells are going to sleep. And so we have options. How do we get stem cells into our body? Well, before we heard of LifeWave, in months before LifeWave, we were making a decision whether or not we were going to fly to Mexico to get stem cell injections for my mother-in-law, Pearl. So we started to investigate and evaluate, that option. And so they said the cost of stem cell injection would be anywhere between $10,000 and $15,000. You might have to come to Mexico every 3 months or more. There's a 50% chance that it'll work, 50% chance or more that it won't work. There are some negative side effects. The kicker was when Renita got on the Zoom meeting and said, I want to know what's in the needle. Where are the stem cells coming from? Is it an aborted baby? Is it an aborted fetal tissue? Is it an umbilical cord? That wouldn't be bad, if it's an umbilical cord. But, what were they duplicated in a lab, right? Where are the stem cells coming from? Ultimately, they could not tell us. They didn't know. They couldn't tell us. They didn't know the source. And so that was obviously, a hard no when it came to having someone else's stem cells being injected into Pearl's body. But wouldn't you know it, as we continue to pray and actively look for solutions for Pearl and for our family for various things, we heard about LifeWave. And we learned that you can activate your own body stem cells. So there's no stem cells in the patches. Your body is going to activate brand new stem cells, and it's going to wake up dormant stem cells. So it's a proprietary mean owned by LifeWave, right? Form of phototherapy. Phototherapy is light therapy. A good example of light therapy is when you go outside in the sun. In North Dakota, there is no sun right now at all, but maybe you're living someplace where you have a little bit of sun. You've all heard of this, I think, right? You go outside, the sunlight the ultraviolet light from the sun hits your eyes and your skin, your body immediately knows to create this natural chemical reaction to produce your own vitamin D. And so it's better than taking a vitamin D supplement. It's better than a vitamin D IV or injection, right? Your body doesn't need to decide if it's safe, if it can break it down and utilize it. When your body makes its own vitamin D, it's going to be utilized, right? And so much like that, phototherapy using ultraviolet light, these patches use phototherapy as well. But guess what? The patches don't need to be exposed to sunlight. So how many of you put the patch like on your neck, maybe below your shirt? You can't even, no one even knows that you have it on, right? And so what your body's doing, instead of using ultraviolet light, it's using infrared heat and light from your body. So the light source, it's still on the light spectrum. On one side, you have ultraviolet light from the sun. On the opposite end of the light spectrum, you have infrared heat and light. Now, if there's some hunters, in the room, if you've ever been out hunting in the dark and you've got those, night goggles on, you can see movement of heat and light, right? So you can see the red and orange and yellow, right? Women, if you've ever gone in to have any sort of imaging diagnosis on, maybe a mammogram or things like that, you can see the image, the heat and the light, right? Chiropractors will do scanning like vertebrae scans, right? And they measure the inflammation on each vertebrae from, your cervical to your thoracic to your lumbar vertebrae, right? And they can see all the inflammation. And so your body is emitting infrared heat and light. It's being reflected back into your body to activate copper peptides and to stimulate the production of your own body stem cells. One of the best things I like about this product is how easy it is to use. Now, imagine being married to Renita for a second, right? She knows everything about health. I mean, she's so passionate. She's so genuine. She knows everything about health and wellness. And over the years, I'll be honest, as her husband, she's given me some really great ideas. Okay. Not always have I been able to adhere to the plan, right? Okay, Scott, we're going to start with 100 burpees, right? Okay, we can do it. Oh, we can get through that, right? A little bit difficult, right? We're going to drink these shakes. This is all we're going to eat. This is, every 3 hours, this is what we're going to do, right? Sometimes when it comes to health, the health protocol is really strict, is really difficult to adhere to. I think that one of the reasons we're having such benefits in this community of ours, in this family, this team of ours, is because of this truth, which is it is so easy to use this product. So you wake up in the morning and you put an X39 patch on, right? Yeah, someone says, do you need to be on vitamin D if we're on X39? Linda Frank, thanks for answering that. Nope, you don't need to be on vitamin D, right? Great answer. I love it how our team kind of comes alongside me and comes alongside each other to support each other. Thanks, Linda Frank, for doing that. You're an awesome leader, by the way, Linda and Mel. I appreciate you guys. So here's how easy it is. Every single morning you wake up, you put a patch on the back of your neck. You wait 12 hours. At the end of 12 hours, you take it off, you throw it in the garbage. Okay? That was the hardest thing you did for the patches, right? Then you throw it away. Tomorrow morning when you wake up, you put a brand new patch on. Every sleeve that you buy comes with 30 patches. So that's enough for a one-day supply for you for 1 month. You can wear more than one at a time. The company does have a couple different patches. We really focus on X39 because of the broad range of health benefits, but there are a couple other patches sometimes we'll bring up. And so we're just thankful that you're on and you're learning, okay? Great idea to not only drink plenty of water, and that's what that last bullet point says there, but also to increase good salt, which would be like Celtic salt or Himalayan sea salt or a good quality electrolyte, an electrolyte that doesn't have sugar or food coloring, things like that, right? My wife, Renita, does a great talk where she really gives a good visual about the cells of your body. Now, if the cells of your body aren't healthy and they're hard and brittle, you can drink a lot of water and that water is not being absorbed or being, moved into the cell, right? So your cells aren't being nourished. If your cells aren't nourished and hydrated, they can't communicate very well with each other. So if you don't have a good electrolyte, then you could be drinking a lot of water and then you're just kind of going to the bathroom more, right? And so the goal is to hydrate your cells and to have healthy, nourished cells. So we want to make sure you increase electrolytes while you're on this patch, okay? Excuse me. Some of the benefits. Wow, increase strength, reduce inflammation, increase stamina. I mean, we've got 8 things here. Put in the chat which of these 8 you're most interested in. I mean, is there anything you're not interested in here? Mental clarity? Anybody not want mental clarity? You know, improve sleep. Who knows, if you improve your sleep, you improve a lot, right? And so improving your sleep, improved appearance. All right. Okay. Skin appearance. I had something. I said it. I had something blocking the skin. Okay. Well, improved appearance. That wouldn't be bad, right? Bit better looking, but certainly skin appearance as well, right? Energy, vitality, optimal health, a state of complete physical, mental, and social well-being. Gosh, not a lot to lose here, folks, right? I love the testimonies, but I love that it's backed by science as well. So here's a picture of a 77-year-old woman who came in for some brain scan imaging. Session 1, you can see off to the left side of the screen all of the inflammation. And with that inflammation comes lack of brain coherence. So confusion, frustration, right? You know, where are my keys? Where's my cell phone? That sort of thing. Session 2, only 3 weeks later, all of the inflammation is almost completely gone. You have an improved brain coherence. Really no more inflammation in that 6-week complete turnaround, better brain coherence. Her brain remained calm after wearing the patch for 6 weeks in session 3. And so I love the science, right? So how many times have you said to yourself or said to other people, how many times have you heard anybody else say when it comes to their health challenge, well, it is genetic. It's in our family. There's not a lot I can do. I want you to write down the word or type in the chat epigenetics, EPI, epigenetics. It's the things that you do that impact your genes, right? And so scientists and doctors have not discovered anything that can have an epigenetic response like this X39 patch. Within your first few days, over 4,000 of your genes begin to reset back to a healthy and younger state. In the chat, put reset if you want 4,000 genes begin to be reset, right? Within 6 weeks, your brain becomes balanced. Within 3 months, your collagen is increased. And within 6 months, you have a complete heart reverse in age, right? So absolutely, your body was designed to create miracles. And so we're not going to really talk about a lot of these other patches tonight. This slideshow is in our Facebook group, but you know, we're going to focus on X39. So get excited about electrolytes. We talked a little bit about that, especially when patching. Your body needs electrolyzed minerals or electrolytes to repair and regenerate. And so, you know, some great information there. So LifeWave is a 20-year-old company, which to me is an absolute miracle in itself. You know, LifeWave launched these patches and started getting it out to people direct in terms of direct sales. They decided their distribution model was going to be direct sales, which just means that people could go directly to LifeWave via a website and they could purchase the product and they're just going to get it right at their doorstep. Very convenient, right? They're not going to have to go through different channels where a lot of profit taking and a lot of buildup in pricing. So the prices would be much more expensive if it wasn't a direct sales opportunity. In fact, it was interesting. We actually got to listen to David Schmidt once tell the story about when they were coming up with the price for the X39 patch. So by the way, a 1-month supply is $150. One sleeve is 30 patches. The wholesale cost is $100. You can actually buy them in enrollment kits, or you can upgrade kits and actually get them even less than $100, right? But you know, imagine having a product that stimulates your own body stem cells. And so many people, as a part of that discussion, were giving David ideas about what the price would be. And I can tell you it was dramatically higher than what they landed at $100 wholesale, $150 retail. David's thought process was, I want to get these patches in 1 billion homes. It needs to be affordable. That's part of the reason why it's direct sales, is so we can go direct to the buyer and keep it affordable, right? So here you have a company that went from $20 million in 2021. When they launched the patent for X39, over the next 2 years, they did 320, and then 2023, $430 million. And so this is revenue. This is revenue coming into LifeWave. We're open in over 75 countries. It's not a Me Too product. So like most companies, weight loss, skincare, supplements, things like that, right? 2024, we did just over $600 million in sales. And in 2025, we're talking about our very first year as a $1 billion company. Now, we've had so many great Zoom and so many great calls this week. One of my favorite calls this week was when Renita had two guest speakers, Dr. Kathleen and Ashley Townsend on. Ashley and her husband, Tommy. So, Dr. Kathleen explained that her and her husband collectively had 32 years of college education between the two of them. 32 years of college education. But they have never seen in decades of practice the kind of results that they're experiencing before they started implementing these X39 patches. They were, just couldn't be more ecstatic about the X39 and what it's doing for all of their patients, right? And then Ashley Townsend, who's in social media, she said she has 40,000 followers, and she explained why you don't need 40,000 followers to build this business. And she said the difference between LifeWave and other billion-dollar companies is other billion-dollar companies are spending 50 or 60 or 70% on advertising, right? Every pharmaceutical company spends more money on marketing and advertising than they do researching and developing the product, right? I've been told this by doctors and people in that industry. And so Ashley said the difference between other billion-dollar companies and LifeWave is they're spending all this money on advertising, where LifeWave is spending 60% of their revenue. So think about this, you guys. 2025, we're going to do $1 billion in revenue. They're looking for people like you on this call, for people that you're going to share this opportunity with as well. They're looking to pay out $600 million in commissions. It's the only way LifeWave grows. They're not spending that money in advertising. They're not endorsing movie stars and athletes and in print media and internet and any of those things. The only way that LifeWave grows is through referral commissions. And so it's absolutely, absolutely amazing. So LifeWave, just the announcement, I think was just happened or is about to happen 2 years in a row now, the #1 momentum company in all of direct sales on the globe. So you can see this dramatic growth that's occurring. So we received the Direct Selling Network Global Bravo Award, which is the fastest growing or the #1 growth company in the entire industry. And so a lot of times we talk to people, they say, Scott, Renita, is it one of those things? And we're not sure what they mean. There's 30 million small businesses in the US. This could be considered a small business, but it's from your home. Of those 30 million businesses, half of the small businesses, 15 million of those businesses are home-based businesses. So maybe when people say, is it one of those things, they mean, is it a home-based business? And then I'll say, yeah, it's one of the 15 million home-based businesses, but we're the #1 fastest growing out of all those companies. We have the inventor and founder is our current CEO. We operate with absolutely zero cash debt. We're conservative and strong fiscally, financially, right? We can manufacture $2 billion worth of patches, and we're projected to do $1 billion in sales this year. We are visionaries. We are prepared, right? If you're looking for a strong company, we have a lot of networkers right now. People who love direct sales, love home-based businesses looking for a home. If you're looking to dig your feet in and build a business that lasts, LifeWave is the business. LifeWave is the vehicle. There is so much strength and stability and so much visionary and so much vision and an anointing that's going on in this company. Really blessed. So when we talk about what's important to us, what's important to you, we ask ourselves these questions. So what's the most important thing in your life, right? Is it faith, family, time freedom, safety, security, right? Travel, better health, less debt. And so we start to think about the culture that we have on our team. And our culture is attracting, #1, people that are champions, people that are competitive, people that like to win and to get better and grow, right? But people that like to share and care and take care of others and love and lead other people. And so we talk about the 6 different ways. I'm going to move through them really quickly here. When you join LifeWave as a wholesale customer, you have 3 options. You can get started for $295. Instead of spending $150 for a 1-month supply, you're getting a 3-month supply for $295. You're getting over $155 worth of free product. If you're doing the business, we consider you getting started with the advanced or the premium. Now, the advanced is $535. You're getting 6 sleeves of X39. The premium is $1750, and you're getting 20 sleeves of X39. You can customize these kits also. So if the person that is sharing this with you talks a little bit about Well, you might want to reduce your cortisol and inflammation. There's a patch for that. And so we're going to use that patch in the X39, right? Or if you have a lot of acute pain, we do have one patch called the LifeWave. I mean, it's like a magic trick how quickly it helps people relieve or reduce or eliminate pain. And then we're obviously using X39 to get to the root cause, right? And so any of these kits, we're really looking for what's financially appropriate for you and picking a kit based on your goals. Now, if somebody tells me, I was just on a call with my son Truett, who's 18, he just launched his business in November, and the guy that he was talking had all these big goals. I want to make this amount of money. I want this to be my career. I'm making a list of people. And so I'm not going to be truthful and tell him, I think that you should start with 295. I said, I think based on your goals, financially, if it's in your budget, you should start with the advanced or premium. You've got big goals, right? Thankfully, with LifeWave, no matter what you start with, it's not a requirement, but at any time you can upgrade to the bigger kit. You just pay the difference, and then you get the difference in sleeves. Okay, so it's not mandatory. It's just a really great option if you want to save money. So once you start and you're a wholesale customer, you have a free website. When you send your website to other people, if they buy one of these kits, you're going to get a product introduction bonus. So when I started, I got my own free website. If I shared my website with somebody else, they got started with the advanced pack. They love it. They're getting wholesale prices. I get a $75 product introduction bonus, right? Now, all of these kits are a one-time order. So you're not saying that you're buying this every single month, right? You're completely in the driver's seat. If you purchase one of these kits, now you have a wholesale membership account. Now you're considered a wholesale customer. You can log in, you can purchase as little or as much as you want, anytime you want, okay? If you're doing this as a business, you wanna be on a 1 or 2 sleeve monthly subscription. And this is just enough for you to have patches for you to wear yourself and then to share, sell, or sample a little bit to other people, okay? The number 2 way to earn income is called team commissions. Now, again, this is the culture that we have of all of us collectively working together. And so I'll be honest, we're looking for people that are superstars, that have huge networks, that want to share it with a bunch of people, coaches, trainers, doctors, networkers, business people, right? But we've truly found something when a lot of people can do a little. Who knows that when you start your business and you have 2 people on your team and you and those 2 people all go find 2 more people. Well, you and 2 people. So 3 people found 2. You've got 6 more people in your business, right? But if you can walk this out, if you keep sharing it, if you be positive, if you make a list of people that maybe want health or financial breakthrough, athletes that want better performance or recovery, people that are struggling with sickness but pill fatigue, sick of supplements, sick of surgery, sick of medicine, right? And they're looking for alternatives. Imagine what your business could look like if you shared this with people who share it with people who share it with people. Imagine 10 people on your team finding 2 people this week. That's 20 more. Imagine 100 people on your team. When they just find 2 people, that's 200 more people. No one did anything spectacular. Everyone just found 2 people, and you have 200 more people in your business. Now, again, LifeWave has to come up with different ways to compensate us because they need to pay out 60% of the revenue. And so they have that product introduction bonus, but they're saying if you build team commissions, we're going to look at all of the orders in your downline. All of the orders are going to create point volume, and then we're going to pay you commissions on the point volume. So we're not going to get into the details too much tonight, but every order creates points. When you get to 330 business volume or points on one leg and 660 point volume on the other, LifeWave is just going to subtract those points and pay you $50. And they're going to do that over and over and over again. The very first rank is manager, then director, then senior director, then executive director, presidential director, and senior presidential director. The best rank out of all of these is manager. When you hit manager, you know the entire comp plan, because manager is start or upgrade to the advanced pack or higher. So if you start with core, eventually you upgrade to advanced, or you just start with the advanced or premium. After you've done that, you enroll 4 people, 2 left or 2 right on the core pack. So we call it core 4. Find your 4 core people. Who do you want to do this with, right? When you found those 4 people, you're a manager. Now from there, those 4 people could start to share it with people who share it with people who share it with you. They're promoting the product. You're brand partners. You're partnering with LifeWave. You're not an employee of LifeWave. You're not an employee of ours. You're not an employee of the person who brought you into this business. You're independent. You own the business out of your home. You own the business. But as a manager, you could earn up to $1,500. That's $78,000 per year. As a director, $2,500 per week. Senior director, executive director. We hit senior presidential director in 66 days. Our son Bo hit senior presidential director in 13 months. We have 38 senior presidential directors in our downline with over 110,000 people in our business after 2.5 years. We have tens of thousands of people who are managers, directors, senior directors, executive directors, and presidential directors. And I can tell you, I am so proud and so honored to be a small part of this and working with each one of you. Okay. The very next part of the comp plan is called matching bonus. So for me, being in the part of the financial and insurance industries, this is very normal. This is a very normal way in the financial planning industry that there's compensation. So if you're selling insurance, or you know someone who's selling insurance, when they sell an insurance product, they make commission. If they go to a house and they sell life insurance, they make commission. They sell more insurance, they make more commission. If you're a good businessman or a good businesswoman, you might start your own general agency. You're still going to sell insurance and you'll make commission, but you might have 5 or 10 or 15 or 20 field agents. And when those field agents go out and sell insurance policies, they get commission, which you're happy about. Bring them into your organization. And when they go out to sell insurance, those field agents earn commissions. But as the general agent, you're getting an override. So you're getting commissions on your own insurance, but you're getting overrides on all of your field agents. So for me, this matching bonus is very normal. It's very much like the financial and insurance industry. However, in direct sales, in home-based businesses, it almost never, in fact, I've never seen it exist to this extent. It's so generous. And the reason it's so generous is, again, LifeWave has to come up with 60% of the revenue to pay back. So they're thinking about all these different ways that they can compensate you. So think about people that you might bring onto this opportunity. Maybe you invited some of them on the call. Maybe they're watching it with you, or they're going to catch the replay. When you start talking about the fact that you have a product that's going to activate stem cells, no other product can do that on planet Earth. It's going to create results. And because of that, it's going to create some financial success. So when you bring people onto this opportunity, you want them to be successful. Why do you want them to be successful? Because they're your friends. You genuinely want them to be successful. You told them that they could make money. You want to help them, right? So you want to be a good person. You want to link your arms with them, get excited, get on these Zoom calls, get on This Is It Info, get on thisisitteam.com, learn about the business. But if that was not enough, that they're just your friend and you want to be a good person and help your family or help your friend, LifeWave has a financial incentive for you. So every single person that you enroll, no matter if it's your first week in the business or your 6th month in the business or a year in the business, I see Jaime. Jaime's been with us since the start, over 2.5 years. If Jaime enrolls someone today, they're level 1. Everyone that you enroll is your level 1. Everyone they enroll is your level 2. Everyone they enroll is your level 3. Now, when you enroll someone on your level 1, everyone that you personally enroll, when they start to earn team commissions, which is this way to get paid, you're happy for them. They're earning commissions. They're paying for their product. They're building profit, right? LifeWave is going to pay you 25% in addition. So they're not subtracting 25% from your friends. If your friends are earning $100 a week, you get 25 extra a week. If your friends are earning $1,000 a week, you get an extra on top of your team commissions, on top of your product introduction bonuses. You're getting an extra 25% of $1,000. You're getting an extra $250. It's no wonder we want all of you making $10,000 a week if we enrolled you. If we enrolled you, first of all, without the check match, how happy am I that I brought a friend into the business and they're making $10,000 a week? I mean, forget about it, right? I mean, this is it for us, right? But when there's a financial incentive, now when you bring your friend on and they're earning $10,000 a week and you're getting $2,500 a week, imagine how many people you want to help and you want to help be successful and how that's going to come back and help you. Now, think about how quickly this grows. When you enroll 20 people left and 20 people right, no matter how long it takes you, we call that 20/20 vision. And you've got this strong foundation, 20 people left, 20 people right. Maybe of those 40 people, some of them just want to enjoy wholesale product. They don't want to pay full retail. We tell no one to pay retail. Go to our site, click join, buy wholesale, right? We tell no one to go to our website, pay a $20 preferred customer membership fee and get wholesale prices, but you're forced to be on monthly subscription. We tell everybody to click join and buy wholesale. because we want them to be in the driver's seat. So maybe of those 40 people, some people just want wholesale pricing. But let's say 10 of those 40 people say, wow, Fred, I want to do this. I can think of people that want to stimulate their stem cells. This is a really smart home-based business. I can talk to athletes. I can talk to moms. I can talk to dads, business people, doctors, right? My next door neighbor, people I golf with, people I play pickleball with, right? I can think a lot of people. When you find 10 of those 40 that want to work and they go out and start to build their businesses, and however long it takes them to find their strong foundation, their 2020, and those 10 people go find 20 left, 20 right. And maybe only 10 of those people want to work the business, but when 10 people found 10 people that want to work the business, that's 100 more people on your team. When 100 people find 10 more people that want to work the business, that's 1,000 more people on your team. And you can see really quickly the magic math that occurs with this home-based business when you have a product that works, that's different and special. And so the check match is absolutely amazing. Absolutely amazing. It could become the biggest part of the way that LifeWave pays you. Now, we touched a little bit on a referred and preferred customer. We don't focus a lot on that because, number one, we don't want people paying more than they should at retail and 150. And preferred customers, no matter how much they buy, they still have to pay the $20 membership fee. And then they have to be on monthly subscription to get the wholesale prices. Now, it's a great product to be on a monthly subscription. Most people tell us they want to be on a monthly subscription, but we don't like forcing people beyond that, right? And that's what you're at with a preferred. Fifth way LifeWave pays. Regional incentive trips. Come on, you guys. This is absolutely amazing with these trips. We just got back from Punta Cana, Hard Rock Resort, all inclusive, Dominican Republic. Our next trip is Punta Mita, Mexico. It's coming up. We have just a couple weeks left in the qualification. And so, it's absolutely, absolutely incredible that not only have you found a company, LifeWave, that says, we're going to do all of the research and development. So you don't have to spend any money getting these patents. We're going to spend all of the money on the clinical studies. Then we're going to have the facilities in the United States and our second facility in Ireland, and we're going to manufacture all these products. In fact, we can manufacture $2 billion worth of patches right now. We guarantee, we promise you, we won't run out. We're going to give you free marketing material. So when you become a brand partner of LifeWave, you can not have to spend a lot of money on marketing materials, right? And developing your own website. You get a free website, right? And then we're going to ship the product to the people that you share this with. We'll ship it to them, directly to them. You don't have to collect it and drive it or drop ship it. We're going to ship it directly to whoever buys it. And then, by the way, we're going to stand behind these patches, 100% money back guarantee. And then you don't have to share. There's nothing weird. You could be a wholesale customer and keep it to yourself, right? And, there's no judgment on that. Get yourself healthy. Get yourself feeling great. Sleep better. Have more energy. Get your mood, get your focus right? But if you decide you want to share it with a little or share it with a lot of people, LifeWave is going to compensate you. It's the only way that they grow. They're going to pay out $600 million on $100 billion worth of sales. They're looking for people to pay. Not only that, while you're successful, you're not trading away precious time with husbands, with wives, with kids. They're saying, while you hit these ranks, while you're successful, we're going to send you on these trips. You have the ability to earn these trips. Now, here's what I know about LifeWave. And here's what I know about the direct sales or home-based business. Usually companies have free trips and they give it away to the top rank and that's it. So if you're not the top rank, you're not winning trips. What does LifeWave do? LifeWave says you could be a manager. You could be a director. You could be a senior director and you could win these trips. We met people on our team from Canada, from all over the US. They've been in the business for 3 weeks, 4 weeks, 5 weeks, 6 weeks. They were managers and directors, and they were at the Dominican Republic, Punta Cana. So LifeWave wants you to celebrate your success, and they want to celebrate your success with you. And I can tell you this, we go to all the conventions because, my goodness, it's just so valuable what you can learn and what you can get from being around David Schmidt, not to mention the entertainment. At last year's annual convention, they had Maroon 5, Adam Levine, Gwen Stefani. Are you kidding me? They had the original Blues Brothers to open it up. They had this laser drone show. I mean, this is cutting edge, guys. This is the best company I've ever seen, on planet Earth. But they say, we want you to be successful. We want to send you around the world on these trips. And then number 6, elite global leadership bonus. So as you continue to grow, sky is the limit income here. So if you're an employee somewhere and you're a fantastic employee, you're capped at how much income you make. You might know more or work harder or do better than the employee that's, shoulder to shoulder with you. You might be getting paid the same. It's not that way with LifeWave. It's not that way with this home-based business. You're the business owner. It's based on your energy and your attitude and your consistency and how well you promote this product, how well you promote this company. So um, we've got order forms. Sometimes we just make it really, really simple and print out order forms. I can tell you this is how our oldest son, Bo, who's 24 now, this is how he went manager. He printed out order forms and he went to work and he went to the lake that weekend and he came home a manager. He had 4 order forms filled out. Um, when you start talking about activating your stem cells, you'll find that people are interested. And so it's just a matter of how quickly you can get the message out. So you on this call, you're a very important part of the fastest growing team in all of LifeWave. These are our dear friends, Steve and Gina Merritt. There's David Schmidt right there in the right in the middle of the screen there, and all of our friends, up on stage so far. This is one of the conferences. This is just our team. This is just our small team here. This is it, right? We are so focused on making sure that you're equipped and you have everything it takes for you to be successful. And we have 2 really good websites, and then we're going to wrap it up. So the 2 websites that you want to get custom with is thisisit.info.com. This is where you're going to learn all about X39. So you can click on the patents and studies. You can click on testimonies. Bring a Kleenex because, the testimonies are tear-jerking and they're coming directly from the people who are having the testimony. So it's not hearsay. It's not my cousin had this benefit. They're saying, this is what happened to me. This is what happened to my child. And here's my child, right? So I love really hearing it from the people themselves. So testimonies. At thisisit.info.com, you can scroll down and you can learn about the doctors panel. You can learn why all these different doctors, all different types of doctors, by the way, in the US, are talking about the X39 patch with their patients every single day. So this is the kind of like the first look. So when you're sharing this with someone and they say, do you think it'll help me with this? You'll say, well, give me your number. I'm going to send you some information. You can do a little bit of your own research. It's phototherapy. It's going to activate your stem cells. I'm going to send you thisisit.info.com. Scroll down. There's a 2-minute video that explains phototherapy. And so you don't have to feel like you have to engage in these 1-hour conversations or you have to start, hearing about all the different medications or the disease or the struggles that people are going through. You say things like Renita says, are you ready to change that story? When they say, here's all the meds I'm on and I'm still sick, by the way, right? You say, are you ready to change that story? Go to This Is It Info, scroll down, watch the 2-minute video. If you're interested, scroll down. There's another 2-minute video. Scroll further. There's David Schmidt in an interview talking about X39, copper peptide stem cells, and how the patches work, right? Once you get started, you're going to go to thisisitteam.com. This is where our training is. At this website, by the way, we've got a link that talks about school, SKOOL. Everyone should be registered now for school, and there's incredible training on there. And it walks you through onboarding, setting up a monthly subscription, setting up your pay portal once you share it and you're earning commissions. All these things step by step, short videos to walk through, right? And so get on school.com as a part of This Is It team. And you're going to find that information at thisisitteam.com. Okay. So This Is It info, like I said, when you go to testimonies, you're going to see categorized all these different areas where we've seen dramatic improvements. Now, again, we don't cure, prevent, or treat disease, but our bodies were designed to recover and to be well and to heal and have energy. And over time, we kind of speed up our bodies and we have stress and we have pressure and you're a mom or you're a dad or you're married, you've got jobs or businesses and you have financial struggle and, our diet's not perfect. It's filled with processed foods and chemicals and sugars and all those things. So we need something simple like this that we can put on our body. By the way, David Schmidt said you can put it on the back of the neck or an inch below the belly button because that's where a lot of our clinical studies and our patents have done, but it's systemic. You can put it anywhere. In fact, David Schmidt is one of the smartest people I've ever met. One thing I heard him say at the last meeting is stick it where it hurts. Okay, stick it where it hurts. Not too complicated, guys, right? So this slideshow, Ramona, is in our Facebook group. So you're going to click on LifeWave Health and Wellness Warriors. Let me see if I can go to that slideshow really quick. And then we'll kind of wrap up. Appreciate you guys sticking with me. I'd like to keep these calls to about 1 hour. We're right on 1 hour right now. So I'm going to go to our LifeWave page really quick here. And I'm going to show you where this slide is. Okay. And there's also a slideshow, really our generic slideshow at This Is It Team. So if you go to thisisitteam.com and then you go to downloads, you're going to see the Google slide presentation. Now, we did customize ours just a little bit because we added pictures of Renita's mom and pictures of Renita's dad. And so you could do that if you want, or you could go right to This Is It Team. So let me just take you there really quick. Make sure that screen sharing. All right, we're looking good. So we can go right to www.thisisitteam.com. And when you get to thisisitteam.com, you're going to click the menu in the top right-hand corner. And you're going to click on downloads. And right there in the middle of the screen, it says opportunity slides. Everybody see that? Give me a thumbs up if you see that. Appreciate it. Thank you, Sherry. Hi, Sherry McCants. How are you doing? Look forward to coming out to Kansas to help you and your team. So there's the download slides right there. In our Facebook group, we've also got right here under featured. And so you can go featured, LifeWave Wellness Warriors, Health and Wealth, under featured, and then you can scroll down. By the way, the very first thing that you see at the top there, it says 3 great videos to share, copy, paste, duplicate. Everybody should be on this call, should be in our Facebook group. Go to featured. Now, these are amazing videos you can send out. We recommend you sending them out one at a time, not all 3 in one. The first one's an 11-minute video with Renita. It's your first look. We don't want to overwhelm people with a 2-hour meeting, right, to start, right? I don't know if they can, not everybody can handle that, a little too much information. So 11 minutes with Renita, right? Renita's, gosh, she's got so much energy and passion. You get about 60 minutes worth of information in 11 minutes from Renita, right? So 11 minutes with Renita. If they're interested, and we'll send this out, this link right here, and we'll say, when you're done with that, if you want to hear more, shoot me a message. And then what we'll do is we'll send them the second video, all patches. It's 12 minutes long, or the 21-minute video, which is the wholesale packs and the business opportunity. So we've got some great tools here. But you can scroll all the way down under featured. And this is where I found tonight's. Oh, look at this beautiful family in Bora Bora. That was Tahiti, the Tahitian Islands. Oh my gosh, this company LifeWave is so amazing. I can't wait to celebrate a lot of your success at Punamita, Mexico coming up, by the way. When you scroll down here on featured, you're going to get to a spot where it says Google Slides. And so these Google Slides are what I use for tonight, okay? And so we're almost there. There they are. All patch Google Slides. Brannan, this is a team opportunity, including the pricing for wholesale kits, okay? So that's all we have for tonight, you guys. This has been a 1-hour meeting. Want to kind of keep it close to that. Want to thank everybody for getting on this call tonight. Love and appreciate you all. My goodness, it's just been kind of a wild ride, right? I can't believe that it's been over 2.5 years. It's really a special opportunity that we have our hands on. It really quickly went from like an opportunity where we thought like, wow, this is a big opportunity for us. This could be a big opportunity. It is a big opportunity for you. It really went from that to feeling like very much so like a responsibility to share. You can't unlearn what you've learned. When you see some of these testimonies, you can't unsee those testimonies. And so when you have conversations with people, you just want to share and you just want to be yourself and get the message out there. So that's all it takes, is to be consistent, have fun, utilize the resources that we have. Thank you, Steve and Gina Merritt, and all of the This Is It team leaders for all of the hard work and talent and dedication and investment of money and time that you put into creating these websites and helping have these tremendous resources for our entire team. So everybody, God bless you all. You all have a great night, and we look forward to seeing you all again soon. Hey, by the way, if you were on David Schmidt's call the other day, was anybody on that call when he was talking about the water?
I was.
You guys, I mean, what's coming. So it's kind of like sometimes when a company has this much success and they keep talking about something that happened 20 years ago. I mean, this company, you are at the right place at the right time. David Schmidt said, I'm not selling to investment groups. I'm not selling out to anybody. This isn't what I do, Scott and Renita. This is who I am. He said, you and your team, your hard work in promoting this product, we're going to pay you 60% of our revenue. We're going to pay you, but you and your team are out there sharing this. And that allows me, David Schmidt is saying, to do what God has ordained and anointed me to do, which is be in the lab and inventing and research and developing these products to change the world. Right. And so what a tremendous responsibility, what a tremendous opportunity that we all have our hands on. So God bless you all. Have a great night and look forward to jumping on the next call with you all. Okay. God bless. See you soon.
Thank you, Scott.
Yep. Thanks, everybody. Have a good night.